What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel. Welcome back to the Cleveland Browns retro rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. That is right, we are back with another episode, and we are in the 2015 regular season going up against, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not 100% sure, but we have started out pretty good in this first part of the season, but we do have some interesting decisions to make. We've got a couple guys on big contracts, well, on rookie contracts, that are going to want big contracts. There's some very important players to this team that are going to want some big contracts. I don't think we're going to be able to pay all of them. Well, I shouldn't say that. I know we aren't going to be able to pay all of them because I looked at it, and we only have enough money to bring back probably one of the many guys that we need to bring back, or that I would like to bring back. So that's going to be an interesting thing to go out through the season. We're going to have to find out what we want to do with all these different guys, but that's going to be later because now we get to start the video. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's get into the video. All right, here we are, Week 3, 2015, 2-0 Cleveland Browns versus, I was right, it is the 0-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But if I scroll up here, you can see one J.J. Watt in the players to ready to negotiate. So if we go in here, we've got J.J. Watt ready for a negotiation. We've got Terrell Suggs ready for negotiations. We've got RG3, our quarterback, ready for negotiations. And look at that fair offer. Just look at it. $161 million for Robert Griffin III. That is absolutely outrageous that he would want that much money, but he's proven that he's worth it with 2 Super Bowl MVPs in back-to-back seasons. We've got David DeCastro, Harrison Smith, Chandler Jones, Levante David, Hakeem Hicks, Jerry Hughes, Andre Smith, and Kevin Zeiler all up for contracts. These are all guys I want to bring back, but I don't have enough money to bring all these guys back, so I'm probably going to bring back J.J. Watt for sure. I am probably going to trade Terrell Suggs. I'm not sure what I want to do with RG3. I can't bring him back for that money. I just can't do it. We're probably going to have to move on from David DeCastro. I want to keep Harrison Smith, but he's asking for a lot of money, so I don't think I'll be able to do that. Chandler Jones, I'd like to bring back. Levante David, I'd like to bring back. I'd like to bring back all these guys down here, but I don't think we're going to have enough money to do it, especially if we pay J.J. Watt. So it's going to be a tricky situation going forward. As for the rest of the team, we've got Le'Veon Bell, who's an 84. Todd Gurley's a 73, but he's a 79 fullback. I've moved Odell Beckham Jr. to third-string wide receiver. Then we've got Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Martavis Bryant, and Stephon Diggs. We're probably going to move on from Antonio Brown after this season, not because he costs so much. He does cost a lot, but because we've got so many guys at wide receiver that I want to use. Antonio Brown being here is just holding some of these guys back. Like Odell Beckham Jr. is only an 81, or Keenan Allen's only an 80, or Devontae Adams only a 75. Like, these guys are so low because they don't get a lot of playing time because Antonio Brown is here. So we're probably going to move on from Antonio Brown. Like I said, we're probably going to have to move on from David DeCastro. We're probably going to have to move on. We are going to move on from Terrell Suggs. We're going to trade him this season. There are some guys that I picked up 5th-year options on. I think that was Luke Kuechly that I picked up a 5th-year option on, and I think I picked up a 5th-year option on Stephon Gilmore, so we don't have to pay those guys this year. We're going to have to pay those guys next year. So it's a good thing that I picked up those 5th-year options, or we'd have to pay even more guys this year, which is just annoying. So we're going to have to build through the draft. Luckily, these drafts keep getting a little bit better and a little bit better now that we are past some of the bad ones from like 2013, 2015. Some of those ones are gone now. So we do have Marcus Mariota as our backup quarterback, which he could be, like, you know how we started with RG3? He was about a 70. He was in the low to mid 70s when we started him as our quarterback after he took over for Jamarcus Russell a couple of years ago, and now look at him, he's an 89 overall. So Marcus Mariota could be that next quarterback to just jump over RG3 and become our next starting quarterback. But we'll have to wait and see. As for draft picks, We did trade a lot of draft picks in the draft in the last episode. We currently have 3 first-round picks, the 6th overall pick right now for Buffalo, but that could change. We have our 25th pick, and then the 28th pick from New England. We have 2 second-round picks, a third, 3 fourths, 3 fifths, 3 sixths, and 5 sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 7-round picks. We got a lot of picks, and so we can maybe package like an Antonio Brown and a I don't know, like a 4th-round pick or something to see what we can get. But we're definitely going to have to build through the draft to try and keep these Super Bowl hopes alive. This season probably is going to be a playoff season, but then next season, who knows? So we're going to have to get into it. Let's start simulating. I'll catch you guys probably in week 17 when something good happens, but it'll be around like week 15, 16, 17, depending on who we're playing and stuff and how the season's going. I forgot to mention one thing. The draft class. I forgot to show you guys the draft class. This is the 2016 draft class. We've got Jared Goff and Carson Wentz as the 2 top quarterbacks of this class. Everybody else is kind of a bust. I mean, Dak Prescott's down here. We could take Dak Prescott, but that's about it for those guys. Running backs, you got Zeke Elliott and Derrick Henry, Kenyon Drake, Jordan Howard is a decent running back. Nobody really else is that great in this class. As for wide receivers, Corey Coleman, Will Fuller, Laquan Treadwell, Michael Thomas can't guard Mike, Braxton Miller, who is a former quarterback, if you didn't know. Tyreek Hill's down here. So there's some guys down here that I might want to take, like a Michael Thomas or a Tyreek Hill. I don't really know. I know who I am definitely going to try and get, but we'll get to him later. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, Nick Vanette, Tyler Higbee for tight ends. Nothing else, I don't think. No, it doesn't look like it. Left tackle, Ronnie Stanley, Jack Conklin, Laramie Tunsil. There are some guys without colleges on here, and that's just because the person that made this draft class may not have put a lot of the guys' colleges in here. I don't really know. Left guard, Cody Whitehair, Parker Einiger. I don't know how to say your name. Connor McGovern. Nobody. Ryan Kelly, Nick Martin, Max Turek, who I think passed away, so R.I.P. to him. Austin Blythe is down here, Jack Allen, nobody else. Joshua Garnett, Joe Tooney, Joe Dahl. Chase Ferris is down there. Taylor Decker, Jermaine Ifedi, LaRaven Clark. The outside or the lineman class, offensive lineman class, not the greatest in 2016. It's okay. It's got some pieces, but not the best overall. Defensive line, DeForest Buckner, Shaq Lawson, Jihad Ward, Yannick Ngakoue, Matthew Judon. Who else is down here? Nobody else down here. Joey Bosa, who I'm probably going to be taking because we got to replace possibly, well, not J.J. Watt because we're going to sign J.J. Watt, but we are going to have to replace Cam Jordan, who we traded last offseason. So Joey Bosa seems like the perfect fit to replace him. Emmanuel Ogbah, Noah Spence. Who else is down here? Not really anybody else down here. Defensive tackle, Sheldon Rankins, Kenny Clark, Robert Kimdiche, Chris Jones, Ashawn Robinson, Malik Collins, nobody else. Willie Henry was right there. Matthew Ioannidis. Leonard Floyd, Kevin Dodd, Deion Jones. Middle linebackers, Reggie Ragland. Middle linebacker class is shockingly bad. I forgot how bad that one was. Darren Lee, Jalen Smith, who I'm going to have to put Notre Dame on. I don't know why he doesn't have Notre Dame on there. Miles Jack, Joe Schobert, nobody else. Corners, we got Jalen Ramsey, Eli Apple, Vernon Hargraves, William Jackson, Xavier Howard, the X-Man, Cyrus Jones, Kendall Fuller. It's a good corner class. This is one of the better corner classes that we've had in a while. So I like this corner class. There's definitely some possibilities here. Free safeties, Sean Davis, Von Bell, Kevin Byard, Justin Simmons, Deion Bush. Some good free safeties. Strong safeties, Carl Joseph, Keanu Neal, Jordan Lucas, Tyvis Powell, Jalen Mills. So there's some options here. It's a good thing we got a lot of draft picks because this is a good class to get some nice depth pieces. I will obviously go and give some of those guys their colleges that they went to. Like Carl Joseph went to West Virginia, Keanu Neal went to Florida. Who else was that I saw didn't have a class? Jalen Smith went to Notre Dame. So I'll give all those guys their classes, and then we will keep simulating. I can't believe I forgot to show you guys this. This is one of the first things that I show you. But now we can keep on simulating and get to the end of the season. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pull you guys back in because we've got some amazing, amazing news. As you can see, we've beaten the Colts in Week 16, 31-24. But that's not our only victory. Oh, no. That is not our only victory. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 15-0. That is right. We have a chance this season to pull off the unthinkable. We have a chance to go 16-0 in the regular season. The first time a team has done that since the New England Patriots in like 2007, I think they did it. That's right. We could go 16-0. We got to go up against the 8-7 Baltimore Ravens. That's why I pulled you guys back in here, because we're going to play this game, and hopefully we can end this episode on a historic note and finish this season for the first time in any series I've done, besides the Bills, obviously. Finish 16-0. I'm excited. Now, on a somber note, I have not decided what to do with any of these guys. So, RG3, we probably should have paid him at the beginning of the season because now he's asking for over $200 million. I cannot physically pay that, so RG3 out the door. He's got to go. JJ Watt hasn't asked for a lot more than what he was doing, but we can only afford to pay one of these guys. So, I'm not sure what we can do. I don't know what we're going to do with all these guys. Everybody wants a lot of money. We're going to have to trade a ton of guys this offseason. And RG3, our starting quarterback and possible 3-time Super Bowl champion MVP, is going to have to be one of those guys that we ship out of here. But we got Marcus Mariota. If you look at our team, we've got a 97 overall team, a 99 offense, and a 96 defense. I have built a POG team right here. RG3 is a 94. Antonio Brown is a 98. DeAndre Hopkins is a 95. Odell Beckham is an 85. Everybody's just a beast. Le'Veon Bell is an 88. On the defensive side of the football, Kuechly's a 99 with the morale boost. J.J. Watt's a 99 with the morale boost. Everybody's playing fantastic. Let's quickly go and see the stats and then the awards, and then we can get in this game against the Baltimore Ravens. So, that's the Buccaneers. Whoops. The Cleveland Browns. Robert Griffin III has 3,800 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 4 picks. Very good season for Robert Griffin III. Running the football, Le'Veon Bell, 246 attempts, 987 yards, 14 touchdowns, 165 carries for Todd Gurley, 622 yards, 16 touchdowns for Gurley. That's pretty impressive. 1,000 yards for Antonio Brown. He had 9 touchdowns. Nobody else had 1,000 yards. 8 touchdowns for Keenan Allen, 5 for DeAndre Hopkins. On the defensive side of the football, 112 tackles for Luke Kuechly. I'm so happy that we took him where we did because he is paying all of his dues right now. 12 sacks for J.J. Watt, 8 for Suggs, 7 for Donald. Interceptions, Richard Sherman and Devin McCourty both had 3. Kuechly with 2. Did we have any? We had a lot of forced fumbles. 2 from Suggs, 1 from Sherman, McCourty, Kuechly, Arakpo, Thomas, and Posluszny all had 1. And then we recovered 3 of them. Arakpo, McCourty, and Thomas all recovered them. Did we get any touchdowns? No, we didn't. No safe. Oh, 1 safety. J.J. Watt got a safety. And 1 block kick. Zadarius Smith got a blocked kick on the blocked attempts. So, Steven Gostkowski, 15-18. He kicked a 56-yarder for his longest field goal this season. He had 1 blocked, and he went perfect 64-64 on the extra points. As for the punt returns, nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular on kick returns either. And that is the stats. Now we get to check out the yearly awards. Mark Sanchez wins MVP. I think that's his second MVP. Is that Mark Sanchez's second MVP? I have no idea if it's second MVP or not. But he's been in the running a lot. Robert Griffin III finished 4th. Coach of the year is me, obviously, because we're 15-0. In the AFC, Sanchez wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is D'Amico Ryans. Todd Gurley wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Marcus Peters wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback is Mark Sanchez. That's a weird sentence. Le'Veon Bell is Best Running Back. Matthew Slater is Best Wide Receiver. Good for Matthew Slater. Joe Thomas is Best Offensive Lineman. Best Defensive Lineman is Haloti Ngata, the guy we have to go up against in this game against the Ravens. Sean Merriman, who's still out here playing, is Best Linebacker. He is still out here kicking it. Marcus Gilchrist is the Best Defensive Back. Best Kicker is Adam Vinatieri. And that is all the awards for the AFC. We finished with the second offense in the league. And defense, they're not going to show us. But remember, the stats are not final because we still got this game to play. So I figured I would just show you guys then. We can wrap it up at the end. But now let's play the 8-7 Baltimore Ravens and see if we can walk away from this season for the first time ever 16-0. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to possibly what could be a historic episode here in the Cleveland Browns Retro Rebuild Series. We have the chance to go undefeated, 16-0, a perfect 16-0. No losses on the entire season, and we just got to get by division rival Baltimore Ravens. And you know it's a big game because I've brought out the all whites. Even the shoes are white because it is a big, big game, the biggest game of the season so far. Who cares about a possible Super Bowl appearance? We've been there, we've done that, we've won it 4 times or whatever. We have not been undefeated, and this might be our best chance at it because after this season, this team is going to look a lot different. We're going to have a new quarterback, we're going to have new wide receivers, we're going to have new basically everything. So this might be our one and only chance to complete the perfect season. So we've got to take our advantages when we are given them. And RG3 could be running his final regular season game for Cleveland here. It is going to be a sad day when we have to trade Robert Griffin III, and it's inevitable because he's asking for over $200 million, and we can't pay. We can barely pay J.J. Watt $80 million. So it's just business. It's not personal. I don't hate RG3 for asking for that much money. If he wants that much money, he can definitely ask for it. He has all the right in the world to ask for it. I just don't have to pay it because I can't pay it. And he's been a very good quarterback for us. He's going to be, if we win this game, he's going to be the quarterback that led the Cleveland Browns to an undefeated season. So, yeah, we have so many other good players around him, but at the end of the day, everybody cares about the quarterback, and RG3 is the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns that would be undefeated. So if we could send off some of these guys like a RG3 or an Antonio Brown or a David DeCastro or somebody like that, if we could send them off with a nice Super Bowl and undefeated season, a historic season, that would be picture perfect. That would be movie quality, and I hope that we can do it. And we start out strong here with an opening drive touchdown to go up 7-0 on the Baltimore Ravens. All right, our defense has played amazingly well in these past 2 drives for the Ravens offense. We have stopped them. They haven't had an answer for us, and I probably shouldn't have thrown that. I should have waited a little bit. That's my fault. We ended up getting a field goal on that last drive for the highlight that I showed you with the Le'Veon Bell incomplete pass. And this is going to have to be an Odell Beckham Jr. toe tapper at the 1. OBJ, that's why we get a guy like Odell Beckham Jr. Dislocated shoulder for Alex Mack. That is not what you want to see at all from your starting center. So we got Corey Linsley as our center. So now our offensive line doesn't look as great as it once did. Can Le'Veon get in there? He does. And we add on even more on these Ravens. Our defense turned over Baltimore once again, and we are in the red zone at the 2-minute warning. I'm going to roll out of the pocket here. I'm going to find Rob Gronkowski back in the end zone. And why did he jump? Why did he jump? That ball wasn't the worst ball I've ever seen. They're going to booth review it. What are we saying here? Overturned? No, upheld. Okay, so I don't know why they reviewed it in the first place. He clearly stepped out. I was just hoping maybe if they reviewed it, they'd change it, but they do not. So we run it back here on 2nd down. I'm going to roll to my left. I'm going to fire this in. It's going to be Keenan Allen for not a touchdown, but at the 1. I thought for a second they were going to call that a touchdown. They might have. Some would argue that they are. What are they going to argue? What are they going to review here? Overturned? Okay, the refs are having a laugh right now. They are just overturning every single thing that I do here. So we've had an overturn and an upheld. I'm going to run this, and I'm going to juke, and I'm going to get the first down with RG3 because I'm a real man, and I'm built different. We already knew that I was built different. We've discussed how built different I am, and that's a nice pass to DeAndre Hopkins down at the 1. This is probably just going to be a nice run-in with RG3, and it looks like it will be. Easy money, easy touchdown. We are going to be 16-0. I can just feel it. The historic nature of this. I hope you guys are hitting that like button because it's deserving it. If any video deserves it, this video deserves it. All right, let's get a little bit of defense, a highlight in here. We haven't really got a lot of defense. It's 4th down and 5. It may only be one highlight if they don't get it. Oh, they got it. I think it's Tyrod Taylor's. Tyrod Taylor's their quarterback. That's pretty cool. 3rd down and 1. 5 minutes to go in the game. Just 5 minutes away from a perfect season in the regular season. We still have to go to the playoffs and win all those games. But we didn't get that one. 3rd down and 2. A little over 3 minutes to go in the game. This is going to have to be a run with RG3. And if I can outrun this man, I can't outrun him. I was trying to turn up the corner and outrun him, but I couldn't do it. I did get the 1st down, though, which is really all that matters. Because now we're going to try and put these boys out of their misery. End the suffering on the Baltimore Ravens. Deep in the back of the end zone. That's my fault. That is 150,000% my fault. I should not have thrown that. I should have thrown it at least a better spot, but yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry. All right, with 23 seconds left and a 20-point lead, I think we're all but secured in this victory. 15 seconds. We're going to auto-run this and let it go down. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect season has been accomplished, at least in the regular season. We still have to go through the 3 games in the playoffs, the divisional round championship game, and the Super Bowl, and hopefully go a perfect 19-0 and complete what only the Miami Dolphins in the 70s have done. A perfect season. Can it be done? I hope it can be, because otherwise we're going to be a little bit disappointed. But RG3, not the best day from RG3, even though we won the game. 18 of 30, 170 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell had 24 carries, 87 yards, 1 touchdown, but he does have that injury symbol. I didn't know that he got hurt. RG3 has 2 rushing touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 catches, 59 yards. Top tackle getter, Terrell Suggs with 6. Tackles for loss, Sherman, J.J. Watt, Terrell Suggs all with 2. Chandler Jones got to Tyrod Taylor 1 time for a sack. We intercepted Tyrod Taylor 1 time with Richard Sherman. Kicking, Steven Gostkowski didn't have to make really anything. He kicked 3 extra points, but no field goals. No punt returns or kick returns or anything. So all in all, just kind of a day, but I mean, we're undefeated, 16-0, and we're feeling good going into the playoffs. All right, so to wrap up this video, we are in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Going up against my favorite team, the 9-7 New England Patriots. It's going to be a little hard to beat them, but we got to do it in order to go to the AFC Championship game and eventually go to the Super Bowl. So the Bears are still in it. They win by 6 against the Giants, who were the 2 seed this year. So the Bears haven't had the greatest season after coming off of 2 straight Super Bowl appearances, but they still have a chance to make it 3 straight if they can beat the Packers and then either the football team or the 49ers. On the AFC side, we got to go up against the Patriots, obviously, but it is the Chiefs and Chargers going up against each other for the other spot in the AFC Championship game. So either way, we're going to have to play somebody that we've played recently, either the Chargers and Sean Merriman or the Chiefs and Jamal Charles. The Chiefs don't have Michael Vick anymore because he retired last offseason. You guys saw that. So that's what the playoffs are looking like. The next episode will be the 2015 playoff special. Le'Veon Bell is not hurt he wasn't hurt more than just that game. He's back. He's healthy. He's ready to go. But I am interested to see what happens this offseason. I don't even know what's going to happen this offseason. I am very interested to see what happens because we've got a lot of decisions to make. I offered J.J. Watt a contract. He declined it so far. He said the salary needed improvement, and the salary was $11 million. So the total that I offered him was like $103 million. So he wants even more than that. So we're going to have to pay a lot for J.J. Watt, and it's going to be worth it because he's J.J.F. and Watt. But we're not going to have any money to spend on anybody else. So maybe we could franchise tag somebody. I don't know. Hopefully. But that's all going to be in another episode from now, unless the playoffs don't go very long, unless we lose like to the Patriots. If we lose to the Patriots or if we lose in the AFC Championship game, then the offseason happens. But if we go the entire playoffs and lose in the Super Bowl, then we'll just end it there, because I'll probably be too mad to go on any further than that. But hopefully we won't lose and we'll go on and win another Super Bowl. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!